I'm down to watch some TNS and vibe. Well, we can talk about the patch notes while we keep this on. Speaking of Sin, Kizzie's around. I don't know what they would do to him. I think the biggest thing that people wanted when he first came out was people were like, Sin is stinky because his far slash and 2S are like not as good or something, right? But I think his 2S is a ridiculous move. I think it's absurd for its speed. I think that his far slash, you know, it's not the best, but it gets the job done. And the whiff punish reward from everything he does is like extremely high. And the other thing is that people wanted Beak to be better, right? They wanted Beak to be better on block, on hit. I think on hit is like the worst one, actually. I think on hit Beak should not be so bad. Should probably not be so bad. I think it's like on block it being bad is not the end of the world, but yeah, they could make it slightly better maybe, so that it's not as egregious. Like Kai has the same problem, or had the same problem for a long time, right? What a buff Gohan. Thanks for the prime. That was like a big problem. His backdash is also has some problems. I think it being so long and like taking forever to get done while also not having any extra invuln is pretty bad. But I think the character's pretty good overall. I don't know, like he's got some like problems, but like none of them are debilitating or anything. And I think he's pretty solid anyway. Would Better Beak be oppressive? I mean, Better Beak would obviously be better. I think it's already pretty good, but I think most people want it to be slightly better on hit, like without stamina, or slightly better on block, because some characters can just punish it from far away like all the time. And like, not to say it shouldn't be, but like, you know, maybe slightly less. What up, Chromo? Like, if it was one of those things where you IB and get to punish it and it's easy peasy, then I think that's fair. But then there's like times where you block it from like far away against some characters, and their punish is always good. Even with it, like how it currently, I think current Sin is pretty good. Honestly, I think he's a pretty good character. I remember the initial impressions when he came out were like, this character fucking sucks, and I found that so surprising. I think he's pretty solid.
Able to get the confirm. That's plus frames right there.
Yeah, I want to say it's +5, I believe. +5 or +6. Oh, I thought it was plus. Oh yeah, it's +8.
He's pretty solid, I think. I don't know. Also, someone in chat said this Leo player's connection was bad with Kizzie. That's pretty funny. If their connection was just the connection just had a lot of problems.
Oh wow, what a whiff punish.
And I love the IAD back JH as well. You want to talk about long normals, JH is an incredible one. So is that 2S.
His 2S is absurd. Yeah, it's absurd.
Punish right there with the 2K.
His 2S is like incredibly good. It's like such a ridiculous button.
Oh, there's the overhead. Forces the burst out of Kizzie. Oh, he hits him with the 2H. There's the RC, but the RC bubble does not.
And his 6P is excellent too. One thing that I think is really good about his 6P that I think people should do more is you can 6P, that's a punish, yeah. You can 6P and then OS overhead or Beak. So like on counter hit, you get the overhead, like you get hoof stomp, which is, you know, great for combos and stuff. And then on regular hit or block, you get Beak driver. I think it's really good. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I think it's really solid actually. It's another way to use hit stop OS, and like I think it's really good.
You're about to have 50 meters. This is so dangerous for Kizzie now.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. The jump, empty jump, 2K. Skar looking good here.
Yeah, his 2S is like it's really, his 2S is really good, and it's not the best 2S as you say. There are characters with better 2Ss, but it's not because his 2S is bad. It's just because like Ram 2S or like Testament 2S, or who else has a better 2S? Nago. They're just like better, and it's not because Sin's is bad. His is really good.
I don't think that was clean hit either. Remember, the clean hit is a frame perfect option.
Perfect. It has more damage. Oh my goodness, just like this counter hit and the burst.
And just running back in with the 2D southpaw.
Kai 2S? Kai 2S pretty good too. Happy Cow's 2S is like, yeah, Incredible.
Oh, there it is, the last ride.
Have you ever been dumped?
Yeah, Sins is really good. I think his 2S is absurd. I think people didn't value him highly when he came out because his biggest reward and strength is from whiff punishing and neutral buttons, and you know, that's not something that's easy to value because everybody just looks at it and they're like, oh, character do X thing, like you explode or whatever, right? Like they just look at like the reward and like damage and like only confirms, which I think his confirms and conversions are quite good, but you know, his normals and whip punishing is extremely high reward, which is really valuable, I think, in this game.
Yeah, this is the first Hawkbaker we've seen as well. Oh my goodness.
It's interesting that Kizzie doesn't do regular safe jumps that often. In the corner, he does close slash OTG a lot too. He doesn't really go for the safe jumps that much. What a decent D. Thanks for the 4-month. Yeah, dead. Yeah, his supers mean his confirms are better.
That's like another cool thing about Rise of
Off of anything too. Like overhead into super in the corner is pretty good. If the wall, especially if the wall is taking a lot of damage. One thing too is that you saw earlier that Beat Driver got punished on block. But the nice thing for Sin is that if they're trying to punish with a normal, you can always, or if they're punishing with something that's airtight, you can always do Beak into follow-up and make it a true block string, which is first of all nice. But second of all, you can also do, and maybe that's not a true block string from really far away. Yeah, that safe jump's interesting too, because he started doing that, this like dash jump S1. Probably better than, I don't know how the timing is, but it's probably better than doing the air dash jump H1, because this one looks better for that. But a lot of the times he doesn't do it. He just does close slash OTG in the corner. Oh, damn, that sucks. RTL? Nice. It's hard to do the explosion there. I think he could have done up, but it's hard to know. He can do Beat Driver and just keep it tight and like make it a true block string to go back to that point. Or you can do Beak into the follow-up and frame trap buttons trying to punish it. If your character is doing something that's like a super or a DP that just always punishes it, then yeah, he has to keep it tight. But like that's a good example off of 2H there too. 2H and a Beak is a true block string. That safe jump looks like it's manually timed. Is it just like dash jump after? If it's manually timed, then that's pretty rough. Because nice, good recognition of his stamina gauge. Because that makes it like a little scarier.
Oki, nope, going for the food right there. Look at the preemptive too.
Oh, missed the jump in. That was scary because if that was flash kick, I think he'd die.
Same side cross ups.
Help! Oh, nice. That could have been really bad if that throw whiffed though. With the risk and the meter, that was pretty scary. Yeah, good lows are really nice to have in this game. His 2D is excellent because it's a 10 frame low. That combos into Beak. Like, I mean, it's pretty good. And you can spend 1 stamina on dash after Beak to just like get pressure, which is excellent. Yeah, see, he does the close last OTG. I noticed he liked to do that a lot from the last time I was watching too. I don't think it's bad at all. I think close slash OTG is pretty solid. Yeah, I think it's. I should make a video about that hit stop OS. I think it's pretty solid.
You can't punish after the first hit, yep, because he knows you had to RC.
It's pretty good for situations like that where your 6B anti-air could have led to like a lot of damage, but yeah, close slash OTG is a corner only thing. Yeah, you don't do it in the middle of the screen.
Bringing it back.
Staying alive for at least one more round, but this is still set point for Kizzie.
Uh oh, it begins. Dude, he has thrown so many of those. I'm actually shocked. Oh, baited. 2H punish. Yeah, that shit hurts. That's a lot of damage. I think 6H is still better now, but
right there. Oh, look for empty jump low.
That is, everybody gets hit by those. Oh, in the corner. Help! He could have. Oh, he could have RC'd, but I guess with the burst, it's like kind of scary anyway.
Oh, what a tech from
he has so much meter.
I'm so scared clear here.
That's also not a true block string.
Look what RC
So that's pretty like scary to do as well. Oh, that's really bad.
Oh, that's it.
First available. Oh, that's, yeah. I mean, he's vibing now. Oh my god, this Leo player dashed all the way in. I'm shook.
Plus frames.
That scared the fuck out of me. Yeah, Eat is not bad. I think it's like a pretty good option for Sin. Like, it's not always guaranteed to give you something nice, but if it does, then that's pretty cool.
Flags versus swords.
Oh,
After this, we'll probably watch the top 8 matches or anything that looks juicy after this. There was a Razzo match there, but I'm just going to assume Razzo won. If Razzo didn't win, then maybe that match should be worth watching.
Just box there on the Rekka. RC is spent by Somnium.
Yeah, Ryan. So especially Beak on OTG hit, right? So like Beak, like let's say you do 2D into Beak Driver. It doesn't, like 2K 2D Beak, it doesn't combo into Beak Driver as like an airborne hit. It gets an OTG hit. And so instead of doing the follow-up, which is okay, you can also just do the command dash and then get closer for Oki. So like on airborne hit Beak, you want to do that. And yeah, I think it's better to take the Oki most of the time than to eat. But the exception, I think, is like because he's fighting Leo, he just didn't want to risk getting flash kick. I don't know that the eating is like that valuable most of the time over Oki. That's gonna kill. That's a punish. Yeah, but like right there when that hits, yeah, you can do that Kara super, or you can just do a command dash and then you get close. So that's pretty good too.
Absolutely, and that's where stamina is. Oh my
I don't think it's gonna kill. Yeah, you can't get the 2K there, unfortunately. Punish. Oh, he had the IB. I just think he didn't believe in the throw, which makes sense. 2P also should punish there, so you know. How's this matchup? I don't know. I think like in theory Ram should be good because her punishes on everything are so good, but I think Sin is actually like his mid-range buttons are pretty useful to have in this matchup. Nice. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't super for the wall. That'll do it anyway though. Yeah, DP is good, but the range is a little spooky. And sometimes you're just doing 2K 2D Beak because you expect it to be blocked. What up, stuff, whatever. So you're just doing 2K 2D Beak, 2K 2D Beak, and like, you know, sometimes it hits and then you don't change your confirm into 2K 2D DP, command dash, or whatever, right? Yeah, I would imagine this matchup is good for Ram. But when I play it, I'm just like, I'm kind of vibing, so I don't know. It's hard to say. It could just be that the Ram players are all getting smoked. But like when I play it, I don't feel like it's like the worst shit ever. I don't know if it's miserable, but it probably should be. I would guess it probably should be really bad. Mostly because she should win on the ground. And her offense is very good, and her punishes against Sin are extremely good. Like they are incredibly good relative to like so many other characters. Like a good example is like when she blocks Beak, she can like hit 5H to punish, which is like obviously, you know, he has the follow-up and stuff, but that's pretty scary. And then super is also a punish, which is equally scary. She's dead.
Oh my goodness.
What up, Dan Gleamer? Super is like a guaranteed punish, which is like pretty bad. But I think it's like when you get hit by the super, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world actually, because she spent all that meter to punish your super and then, or punish your Beak, and then you're just like, okay, I took like a lot of damage, sure, but it's not the end of the world. What a wonder. Like, I actually don't care about getting hit by reversal super that much, because that's like 50 meter to punish one Beak driver. And I'm just like, sure, it hurt, but like, it's not the end of the world. It's good for her to have, though, especially in round closeout scenarios.
No way with the jump P, RC. No.
RTL is pretty good here, by the way, because the burst was about to come back. Yeah, his air-to-airs are also so fucking good. His jump P, his jump K. You can do like jump P, counter hit, jump K, and then land and get close slash. Oh yeah, I probably would have tried that too. Yeah, he doesn't always want to spend the stamina, I think, to do Gazelle. I don't blame him. Oh shit. Somnium's going kind of ham. That was a little scary. Nice. That was good movement there. Yeah, 2S eat there seems incredibly bad, by the way. That seems like an old habit. Like, that's got to be so bad. I cannot imagine that Ram can't just wake up far slash and punish that. Like, yeah. Yeah, not good. Yeah, you got to be careful about that, I think. That does not look good. That looks pretty bad.
Absolutely. Oh, bar slash. That was max distance right there. Plus frames with the 2S as well. And look at the pressure trying to keep him in the corner.
Did she air blocked? I don't think so, right? Yeah, his air to airs are really good, by the way.
Well, and it gets to kill.
His air to airs, like Sin's air to airs, are extremely strong. Because you can not only do shit like that, but you can also just like staircase them back to the ground and then get grounded combos too. So like it's really good, I think. I also think I don't like spending stamina on this either. I typically will not spend stamina to do Gazelle after this because I think the Oki for spending another stamina bar is not that good. Doing this and either running up and just like playing neutral again or like doing something like Beak or eating is like much better than spending stamina all the time and unless you're in the corner. Like I don't think it's worth it. It's just like 2 bars to not get much after is not great. You might as well spend 1 bar and not get much. Why spend 2 bars to not get anything when I could spend 1 bar to not get anything, you know what I mean? Like I might as well just spend the 1 stamina and then dash up and do 2S or something. I don't think it's worth it. It's the same thing with like, you know, when you land the DP, it's, oh my god. Hell. When you land the DP, it's not worth it to like spend additional stamina doing DP follow-up into dash. It's better to always do that. You might as well always just do dash. Because like the Oki is better and you'd spend less like 1 less stamina. So like, yeah, why? Oh no. No IB. You should be dead, right? Oh, if that was 2 and 4H, you'd die. Ram players just work harder. True. That's where you should probably spend stamina. Spending stamina off Elcon on hit, actually pretty good. Beak, not so much, but Elcon's not bad, especially when you need the pressure here because you're gonna die, right? Ram is so bad, guys. Super Noon told me. Super Noon's in the chat and probably can confirm. Yeah, I think also another thing that Sin often, yeah, the OS for hit stop here is pretty important, I think. When you do 6P with Sin, you can input 6P Beak hoof stomp. And essentially, if it's on regular hit or block, you'll get Beak driver. And if it's counter hit, you'll get hoof stomp. And hoof stomp gives you much better routing and like you get a lot of damage. And if it's like at the right height, you can get close slash even, which is like really good. But yeah, that OS I think is really strong. And it's something that I might make a video on it with Sin because I think it's really good. And it helps those scenarios not feel as like,
right there as well.
They don't feel as bad because you get like actual rewarding anti-air confirms or you're safe because you get Beak driver.
Oh, the JK right there.
So I'm like probably gonna make a video about it maybe, I think.
Oh, and the 2K coming out. This is a check.
Yeah, Elcon's also not bad for that too, I think.
Oh wow, the backdash there on the close slash.
But I think I don't like doing it. I like, oh, okay. I think you're totally okay with that, though. It's not the end of the world. That's all her meter, and she gets meter penalty, and then, yeah. Oh, no. He could have just killed if he just RC'd instead of PRCing, I think, right? Oh, he could have thrown, too. He didn't believe in his own IB. That's a shame. Yeah, you just do 6P, 236H, 214S, basically, yeah. It's pretty good, I think. Oh, that should have been DP, I think. Maybe that's what he wanted. Not sure. Oh, punish. Oh, it's not counter hit, though. Is that a good punish? Maybe it is, huh? I thought dash close slash was going to be the punish. Maybe is 6H into 2 and 4S on non-counter hit a good punish? I actually don't know what you get off of it. It probably works, right? I would guess.
Somnium is starting to be able to react to the Gazelle step, whether it just be the reaction of the movement or the sound, right? Gazelle step has a very distinct sound.
Yeah, you can PRC and combo in that Elcon situation, but you just have to do it earlier, I think.
Oh my goodness, PRC into the 6.
Ooh, that was a little scary too.
Yeah, gets the dash there into the 2K. Very nice pickup.
Yeah, 6H does the most damage, but does 6H into 214S give you a good combo? I actually have not tried it on regular hit. I've only tried 6H on counter hit.
Absolutely, you do it off MJK into the.
I'm assuming it's not bad because like it's probably fine.
This is the clean hit one there.
Is it more than doing like a close slash starter? I don't know.
Records here. RC. Strike from there, no throws.
I think this matchup would be a lot more balanced if they nerf Nago. Now you're speaking my language.
Just blocked with the RC drift back.
No, that 2K didn't reach. Oh,
That one is
no.
for sure. We're going to a game.
That sucks. That 2K not hitting here. Rekka 1, 2K. Oh, hell. The little leggy. Help me, please. Yeah, clean hit super for Sin is, I think, more difficult than Sidewinder most of the time. Yeah, Sidewinder is like, once you know about the height and timing, you can hit it most of the time. But like, what's it called? The super is like pretty tight, I think. Oh, that was a good try. Damn, that hurts though.
Kizzie being hyper aggressive now with Sin, starting to change things up. Doesn't want to play any of that kind of footsies game they were playing before. The RC drift backwards. We see a lot of that from Somnium.
Yeah, that's a punish. It's minus 10 on oh, suck.
Here we go. 2K with throw PRC.
I like that 6P. Had to do beak to actually get a combo though. The nice thing is that the Ram player is just holding FD on the string from Kizzie, so like you don't get hoof stomp like you tried earlier, but I actually think you're okay with that. Oh, that sucks. I think you're okay with someone just holding FD because it gives you way more pushback to just like beak from far.
But without meter, there wasn't really much he could do to get high damage on that, right? Just had to go for the.
I have seen the video asserting the statement that you just said, Hotashi. Maybe I can talk about it. There is some truth to it. Damn, he could have got a big combo there instead of that. I think there is some truth to the idea that characters like Ram and Happy Chaos smoking characters like Testament and Faust is good for Nago because Nago would not want to fight those characters in tournament. But because other characters just destroy them. Oh, that was a really unfortunate goal burst for Kizzie. That is real bad. That's pretty nice. Unfortunately, though, you don't get much here. Like you RTL, and then this position is kind of just like, well, yeah, that's good. Not again. No way you lose here, right? Okay. I was a little worried. I like that second super. That cracks me up. Nubenheimer versus Mike. Perfect background match to talk about this. There is some truth to the idea that Nago has bad matchups that are eaten by other characters and it makes him worse. But I think that's true of like a few characters probably, not just Nago. And most of them are probably characters that are not as good as Nago. But like, yeah, I think there's some truth to that. It's also the same reason, like a good example, like I think Soul is like pretty good in tournament actually, right? But a lot of that is because the characters that I think delete him can sometimes get oopsied by other characters and then he can survive and it doesn't really matter. He's like not a bad tournament character for that reason, right? I mean, even this matchup is bad for Soul, but like it's very winnable in tournament and like there are matchups that are, I think like Happy Cow is probably worse, right? And like if you run into Happy Chaos, it's pretty brutal, but sometimes Happy Chaos gets deleted by a Nago player or a Ram player or something else, you know, and then you're like, hell yeah. Damn. He's 6H there, I'm pretty sure to catch Fukyo back, and then it was not Fukyo back. It's the same thing. Gold Lewis is similar too, actually, where like he has bad matchups, but a lot of them you just don't see as much. A lot of them are like the strongest characters, so like you just don't see the effects as much because like, yeah, I mean, they are the best characters. When your bad matchups are like Chipp and Leo, you know, Nago, you're like, well, when it's like stuff like that, it's like, dude, you see these characters in every tournament, so it doesn't really affect him as much. But I think there is truth to the idea that a character like Nago, in theory, should be in check by characters like Faust or Testament. But like, they just don't see those characters as much. Testament is also fine against a lot of characters near the top 2, but it's hard. It's a hard character to pilot in tournament because the win condition for Testament is like really reactive. A lot of the characters better than Testament just do the good shit they want to do no matter what. You just do your good shit and like you make little adjustments versus a character like Testament where you're constantly like, okay, I need to do X if they do Y and Y if they do this. And, you know, that's like a big deal. Yeah, I mean, Zato maybe is a good example too. I'm sure there's lots of Zatos that, if not for Ram or Happy Chaos, would be in the bracket fighting Nago well and like just vibing. So that's like an important aspect to it too. But that being said, Nago is like good enough to get the job done anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, especially if Soul is good enough to get it done, and he's a worse character than Nago, then Nago is fine.
Right there. Oh,
you know,
burst.
I was gonna say, with this much blood, I don't know if it's happening.
Call out here from Mike.
He's good enough to get it done. Soul, yeah, Soul's pretty, like, he's pretty solid as a tournament character, I think, in a lot of ways, even though his matchup chart is not the best. He just has the damage and like solid, consistent stuff to like get in there and make it happen. You know what I mean? He's just got enough good stuff that he's always threatening. He's a good character. I don't think Happy Chaos and Ram are the same. I mean, I think Nago is not that far off their power level. I think he's quite similar. I don't think you believe that, but I think most people believe that.
More touch from both players here. And just look at the chip. Oh.
You know, it's funny because the blood building bag actually made him not combo there, right? Like, the blood came back, and because the Beyblade hadn't built him the blood here, this didn't combo. The blood gauge just built back up to the highest level. That would have comboed if, what's it called? Oh, that sucks. That would have comboed if the blood was high enough there. It was like slightly too low.
That could have worked, but the heavyweights, you had to let it go a little bit earlier. I don't even know if that would have worked.
That's ridiculous, man.
But yeah, I mean,
Fafnir plus frames as well. Far slash into the counter hit. Get to the
Nago he's that dude. I don't know if you can really, it's hard to burst that too. Is this a 2H wall splat? Yeah, this is hard to burst, depending on how high it is. Right there, I think you probably actually could have bursted it. 2H is like not always easy to burst because it can hit extremely high up, and then the burst might not reach your hurt box if you do it from really high. There's some like routes you can do a soul around it.
Beyblade. There we go. Burst from Mike's after. Oh.
Yeah, the burst actually setting Newbenheimer into the corner. Mike's not going to be able to capitalize on that, though, because Newbenheimer is just...
It also, like, the other thing about Nago that's maybe different than Ram and Happy Chaos is I think he's a really extremely powerful tournament character. Like, those two characters are more prone to their game plans falling apart. Even though in theory you would think that they would be more consistent, I think it's the opposite. Like, that's the kind of route I mean, where you could try to play around the burst here, like do this to like keep it harder to burst. I don't think that was burst safe, but probably closer. Like, Nago just has a more durable game plan across like a field of characters, I think, than Ram and Happy Chaos in terms of execution. Much easier for him to just like make it happen consistently, I think. Those characters, in theory, if like everybody's playing perfect, should probably be better at it, but Nago is wow, that 6P recovered. I'm shocked.
Trying to get something plus frames. 2K right there on both of them.
6H, 6H. Thank you, Daisuke. Nago's damage and obviously health and reward from everything he does and break confirms and extremely, like, his game plan can be played pretty linear in some ways. Like, you can just do the good Nago pressure and stuff and be like, are you gonna explode? What's good? Like, force some nasty RPS for them to deal with. Oh, that sucks. Could have squeezed out more damage with Fafnir there. Like, that kind of stuff is pretty effective, right? And like, he just endures. He like does not die. That is funny. He tried close slash anti-air here, and then when it whiffed, and he just like still hits close slash in quotes again, and then still got the punish. Yeah, I mean, all he really needs is like one position in the corner like this, and like, I mean, everybody's got to guess whether it's command grab or close slash, and like, you know, you just die. You know, GG's.
Oh, so much damage.
That was a mass.
You know, GG's.
Full
Max.
rip. Max.
It also doesn't help that Nago's round start is so strong that it's very easy for him to snowball one interaction at round start, which he's favored in anyway, into a winning position, particularly in matchups where if he's high on blood, it doesn't matter for him that much. Like, in some matchups, being high on blood means you're fucked because you can't interact with the other character or move. But in lots of his matchups, it's not like that. Like, when he's high on blood, it just means, oh, I get to attack you from full screen instead of, like, half screen. You know? Like, it just gives him more room to do nasty shit to you. So, if he loses, quote-unquote, round start, and then dead, nice. If he loses the round start and doesn't, like, one-shot you, then what ends up happening is his blood is high, and then now he just like hits his 2S and 5H, and you're like, well, sucks to be me, I guess, right, guys? So when his win condition at round start, which is extremely potent and effective, turns him into a land tank, he becomes like Axel. He's just sitting there chopping you up from full screen. Then yeah, I mean, that's not a bad position to be. It means it just means that his opponent can't do anything round start because the threat of that is so high that he should do nothing. Which means that he doesn't even have to spend blood. He can just win round start without spending blood. He's even more ahead because now he's not spent blood and he's still in a winning position. That, again, it's like all a part of what makes him so good in matchups where the blood doesn't matter. There are matchups where the blood doesn't matter or does matter, and those tend to be matchups he's not as good in. But like if the blood doesn't matter, then yeah. The scariness of round start, oh, this shit is just everything bad that could happen to a human just happened. Man, that sucks. Everything about that just was so unfortunate. That 6H, the burst bait, the punish, everything about that was so tragic.
He's the mass killer.
He fell as he ran, looking backwards. That's what happened. 2K, looking for something. R slash.
Poking out with R slash. Doesn't matter if you jump the bite, he's just gonna RC it.
Yeah,
this is what I mean by the look at his position. Like, oh, Nago's high blood. Isn't it just like, you know, he's like high blood and you're like, oh, he spent all that blood, I survived. Now it's Mike's turn to play the video game, right? And then this shit happens to you and you're like, oh, my bad. My fault.
Need one right now. The bloodlust is going up. Oh my goodness.
My fault. Yeah, I guess I'm just dead.
Oh, wow,
my fault. There's a winner's qualifier. I'm guessing TestYourLuck's gonna... Well, I don't know, actually. Wait, did Jool beat Razo earlier?
Oh, and Dust able to get
Jool must have, right? Because I think that was like a winner's match. No? Wow, I skipped it, and I'm now very impressed by Jool getting the W there.
Oh my goodness, got the command throw, got the bloodlust.
What a gamer. All right, I'll watch. I'm in. You got me.
Great position here.
Oh, Razo was playing Ram. Oh, I see. What a brain dog.
Who said they're slow? Look at this.
It's just weird to me though. Yeah, like you mentioned about Nago, like when he spends his bar, it doesn't feel good for a lot of characters. Being in Blood Rage and being high on blood don't feel bad for Nago in like a lot of matchups. Like, you know, there's like some where it's extremely bad. Happy Chaos, Axel, what's it called? Testament, like shit like that. It's like really debilitating. But matchups where it's not debilitating, it feels so bad because you're just like, dude, this guy just did 800. He has the best special moves in the game, and then he did all of them, and now he has the best normals in the game. Okay, my bad. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, and the answer is you didn't do anything wrong, right? So that's why people don't like it, because you're just like, why did he get to do the best moves in the game into the best normals in the game? Like, what did I do to deserve this? And like, you know, oh, nice. That was perfect. Jool kind of a gamer. That was clean.
Back very strong after TestYourLuck took it off very early.
Biken is quite strong, but was a later DLC character, and most people are not going to switch to a character like Biken because although Biken is extremely good, it's like, why go halfway for some people? You know what I mean?
slow test your luck down.
It's like, why go and play Biken if you could just pick up Nago or Ram or Happy Chaos? I think that's how some people are. And also, a lot of people just don't switch. They like it sounds easy on paper to switch, but like imagine having to relearn the intricacies of every single detail of the character. Like it's fucking sucks to like be like, what do I do when I block Maze Dolphin with my character? It's like that. It's difficult to just go all the way. People who can switch all the time between lots of characters are not the average player. Those people play their character and they just specialize. It's not even anxiety about needing to know stuff. It's actually just fucking you need to know shit. It's not like made up, like it's not in your head or anything. It's like you actually do need to know that shit. You know? Yeah, I mean, Diaphone like is a good example in that he plays lots of characters, but he has like a lot more characters at a surface level than he has like characters with extreme experience, right?
Possibly.
Like I think like, you know, he won a like Backpacks day 1 tournament with Sin or whatever, and everybody's like, look at this guy go, but like he didn't win Evo or something, right? Like he won a pretty tough like tournament, but it's not like he won something like the most stacked tournament of our lives or whatever, right? He's like a Bridget player again, you know, which is the character he's put in tons of time in, and he's playing that character, right? So that's just like, you know, how good. Most people don't switch characters, and if they do, it takes a long time to get to the comfort level that is necessary to like perform again in tournament against people who have their own comfort level with their character. Yeah, Leffen did well at Otaku with Happy Chaos, and then spent the whole time being like, I wish I knew this matchup, that matchup, this matchup, that matchup. And he popped.
A lot of damage there. Oh no.
That's like a pretty good damage trade, actually, if you're Nago, even still, because yeah, you have full blood to just do nasty shit like this, or fuck it up. That works too. Everything's fine.
The PRC as well, man. Test your luck being able to do a lot here with the dust confirmed.
Oh, but there we go. Face the dirt. Immediately into the 5K.
Hell, this shit is miserable. But if you, okay, well, my bad. I was gonna say, if you can like find a burst and then get full screen, you're okay, but that was not okay. Nothing about that was okay.
Yeah, a perfect 7-goal.
This shit is fraudulent. It's the threat. He was just wrong, and his opponent is willing to just bet it all, so he's like scared. You know, you're scared to hit a button, and you're like, I don't know, and then like they just get away with nasty shit on you, and you're just like, well, like you should, in theory, be just like checking stuff and like not play as scared and just be like, okay, I can do something here. I do this and then 2P or throw or like whatever you want to do. But then if you know your opponent is willing to risk their whole life at any moment, you're like, oh, I might explode.
And the dust starter again into the RC as well. Slash 5K. Look at the stagger pressure there.
What I changed about Nago, I think his kit is very cool, and I like how it works together. It's just too potent. That's the problem. Like, I think he needs to be less good at the stuff he does, probably, but like what he does, I think is fine. Right? So like, I think you just hit the power level of some of the tools and not the utility or things they can do. That's kind of what he needs. Like, I think Ram is quite similar in that, in theory, what she does is like very cohesive and like it works together quite nicely, but it's just a little too much altogether. So like changes that are just like strictly making things like slightly worse, but not, oh my god, he really did not pop there and you died. Holy shit, that is so sad. I don't want him to not be able to do his DP and not do the follow-up, or, you know, not be able to do something that is like a utility thing, but like if his 5K didn't hit all the way down to the ground. Like, you know how they nerfed his 2H? I think that's a good example of like, let's make a change here, but like make it reasonable and let the character do all the good stuff that he still does, but not as oppressive. Also, no super for wall break from Marvelo.
But MJ able to get a nice, huge confirm here, sending him coast to coast.
Wall break looking good.
Yeah, make 5K not hit all the way to the ground
Oh,
as like a start. That's probably a good change.
the forbidden dash, the forbidden forward dash.
Could probably make his combo scale a bit more off stuff like 5K or 5P or 2K. Character explodes you a bit off of it.
And gets chipped out by
It's like Ram Rekka 2, although not quite as bad. I did look at my Twitch recap. My most watched streamers are... There's only one fighting game streamer in there. And it was Cody that I was in like the top percent of. And I think it's because of something that's not a fighting game. I think Cody was streaming something that was not a fighting game. And I was like, alright, let me see what's going on here. I think it was probably Shenmue, if I'm honest with you. Oh, missed the whatever it's called. There we go. Yeah. 2D. Oh, no. Okay, everything's fine. What I missed just Sleepy. Everything else was like it was a Rust streamer, a Valorant streamer, and an Apex streamer. I would guess KV and Hotashi streams were pretty close to my top 4 though. KV doesn't stream as often in the sense that like a lot of the streamers that I have the most watched on are live like 5 days a week. Or like 6 or 7 days a week. So like, you know, hard to beat that. I have 3 Apex streamers and you. I appreciate it. I think my most watched streamer was Asu, which is not that surprising to me.
Play that zoning game, right, with Happy Chaos. Instead, you want to try and play that mid-range footsies game, that brawler game, and when you win out, you do things like this.
Yeah, to the corner. Oh my goodness. So fast.
Marvelo's a hard opponent to beat because he doesn't just die to nasty shit all the time, which is like a Chipp player's generally biggest weakness, right? Like that's the thing that Chipp players explode to all the time. And he's usually pretty studious and has good responses to things. So like he doesn't, and he's not extremely linear either. Those are like, that's another important thing too. He's good at adjusting and he's not lazy. Like he'll sit there and be like, okay, what do I need to do about this? Oh, it didn't cancel because of burst, right? Yeah, just hard committed to baiting the burst here, which this is why that happens. Dato is in your top 4. I didn't get into Destiny early enough in the year for that to happen. For any Destiny streamer to be in my top 4. Damn, I cannot believe how long this Happy Cows player has held on to this burst. I am impressed by the just like, fuck it, we ball, never burst. My most used emo from my community was Vibe. Sajam Vibe was the most used emote by a lot. I mean, if you're committed to burst baiting, sometimes you just want to do it. I think in a matchup like this in particular, where Chipp like really feels the stress of like, if I don't get in right now, I'll never get in and Happy Cow is gonna fucking murder me. Like, I understand wanting to burst bait. I don't know that it's always the right idea, but I do get the idea. Because there are some matchups in fighting games where you're just like, if I don't kill this motherfucker right now, I can never win. You know what I mean?
There we go. Get it started. He's going to take a lot of Chipp. Might as well just keep...
Like, there's matchups where you feel that way. And if you feel that way, like, I understand wanting to bait the burst. Like, you know, I get it.
And break the wall. Only has 2 bullets, though.
Oh, no. Not like this. RC from Marvelo gets the corner carry as well.
That's an interesting combo to just take the pressure instead of trying to break a wall. Yeah, because now you wall break and Happy House has 100 meter and that's pretty bad. Pretty bad position because like YRC is a threat and anything else, yeah. Top 1% of chatters in Sajam.
MJ keeping it
Hell
close, man. One more, get back on the board.
I realize I don't type that many messages in Twitch chat. That's what I learned looking at my recap. I don't know if anybody else had this or like you realize you type a lot in one chat but not a lot in other chats. I didn't have that many messages. That was really good from Marvelo here to know that 2S into 2H would not have hit. So just ran up into 2K here, by the way.
In the empty jump, 2K as well into super. Marvelo gonna get the wall break
5K
here.
messages. I think I had like 1,000 or something. Mine was not very much, I think.
Oh, it's the PRC.
Alpha? No, 6K. YRC from Chipp is like, if you're on a pixel, that shit sucks. Because it's gonna be Alpha Blade or overhead or just like some shit, and you're gonna be like, well.
Oh my goodness, and MJ as well.
Oh, but the counter hit DP.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, you get hit by the mix-up. You get stuck. I think that is interesting. He chose not to break the wall there, right? He was like, I'm not doing it. That'll kill. Yeah, it was a good idea probably to just take the OTG. Pretty smart from Marvelo there. Kizzie versus MFCR. I got to imagine that this shit is like, it feels bad for Sin. I don't know 100%, but I have to, in my head, this matchup has to be annoying for Sin, right? He has a bad backdash to deal with back turn. In neutral, he should probably be okay, I think. But like, besides that, I got to imagine this should be pretty annoying. In my head, but I don't know for certain. Obviously, the character's new, so it's hard to say. But I have to imagine this matchup would be annoying. Mostly because your backdash is so slow. And like, you know, one of the biggest points of defense against Leo backturn is backdash. And like, if that's not a good option, it's got to be annoying. Yeah, I mean, Sin and Exord smoking Leo is for very different reasons. Also, this character in this game, if you're a Leo player, it's actually, you don't understand how good you have life. Like, this character should not have neutral this good, IMO. His neutral should not be as good as it is in this game. It's hard to describe how much better his neutral is. Like, he just gets in all the time, always. For his archetype, it's absurd. Like, he is just so, yeah. His backdash is 28 frames. Also, this is another thing. Look at Elkhunt just getting smoked here, by the way. Elkhunt looks, it's clearly going to go under that, right? Cool. Oh. That's not Elkhunt's fault, though. That's Leo's fault. That shit hits too low.
Counter hit. Oh, but the counter hit 2D is going to spell doom. MFCR takes game number 1.
Top 1% chatter. It's probably like that. Everybody, whoever their most watched streamer is like that. My most watched streams are all like 98, 96 hours, 90 hours, like 88 hours, 87 hours or something. So I assume like all of my most watched streamers are around the same amount of time. I don't type that much though, is the thing. So in chat anyway. Yeah, I mean, Leo's extremely good. The reason he doesn't get as much flack as characters like Happy Chaos, Ram, Nago is probably his matchup spread. But he's, as you know, his archetype should be more volatile than those characters, and he's really strong despite it. His archetype is like supposed to be like bad neutral or like rough to get in a lot of you know, interactions. But his big thing is like once he does get in, it's like extremely scary, right? But in this game, that's not really him. Like his neutral is actually pretty great. His fireball is extremely good. He has really good dashing, advancing normals, 5k, 2k, 6k, like 2D. His grounded normals are pretty solid. He's not really that archetype in this game. Or like for that archetype in this game, his grounded normals are pretty good. Yeah, it seems like they made the decision that it's okay for him to get to back turn very easily. Like they haven't removed DP into back turn or anything. So I'm curious to like see if they decide to change him and make it so that nice. I'm curious to see if they decide to make it so that getting into back turn is harder or his neutral's worse. They mostly targeted his like advancing neutral stuff, right? Like stuff like 5k, 2D. They've made his neutral worse. They didn't buff his neutral. They buffed his what's it called? They buffed his mix-ups. They were like, he's not hitting people enough, so we made it so that he can do this shit. Which I don't know if I buy that. I don't think he was having trouble opening people up, but you know. They didn't. They also made his neutral worse. It's still quite good though. Uh-oh. There's a bunch of drops there. You're permabanned in Tyler1's chat? That's tight. I saw today he got rebanned on Overwatch. There's the option select. Nice. He option selected backdash finally there. There we go, +8. You know he got a sponsor stream for Overwatch, and then he what's it called? He got unchat banned because he was chat banned from like the last time he played, and then they re-chat banned him.
Seeing the pattern here.
That's like not a joke. So he got chat banned for like 10 years or something, and then like, you know, they unchat banned him during his sponsor stream, and then his natural play got him re-chat banned. So I was like, well, yeah, I mean, he probably deserves it. Yeah, it was like he got on and he had like 5 years left on his chat ban. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I think guard point is really good in this matchup because Sin's lows are not extremely fast. Yeah, it was like 5 years or something absurd. Like, it was a long time.
We saw the startup of 2S right there. PRC the throw.
And there it is. The pizza cutter. MFCR gets his ticket to top 8 winner side.
Damn, that was for top 8 winners.
All right.
Ah, so this is a top 8 match, I see.
Oh, so fast in the
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, if you've ever seen him play, it's not like he's like a gumdrop. He's not just like, hey gang, we got this. He's like, you fucking suck, fuck you. Like, he is like yelling at his teammates constantly. Slumperino. Oh, nice. It's not like he's like, you know, just so kind to all of his viewers or all of his teammates. He's like fucking screaming at them.
Nice grip of damage. Immediately with the Fukio forward into 2S.
Oh, just like that. Corner gets takes wall break as well, but it's not enough.
He's just, yeah, he's just going off. That is a really, really bad position to be in. BRC post wall break against Leo. He just does 5P Berserker and it combos on hit, and it's a true block string on block.
5P, man, it's so hard to block.
Oh, back that shit to the back throw.
Yeah, BRC makes a combo. And then, like, it reaches a round start, too. So he just BRCs forward and, like, you get smoked. Oh, isn't that, like, the worst feeling in this game? Like, when you dash up on Nago and you don't realize he's popping, and then you just get smoked. That shit sucks. It feels so bad. Wow. Thank you, Jump K.
It's so weird to watch Nago actually jump over you and get a hit like that.
Yeah, the BRC makes like everything combo. Why is Sin 2S not a low? It would be pretty ham if it was.
Man, looking for the far slash there.
I mean, I think the move is already very good. His 2D is pretty solid, actually. That's probably the biggest thing. But his 2K range is also pretty good. This is what I mean. BRC is really good there. Like, you're just stuck. 5P BRC, or BRC 5P into Berserker is extremely good. It's true. I feel like I always forget this stuff. I'm always like, you know, I don't know. If it was a low, it'd be too strong. And then you guys say some shit like Nago's 2S exists. And I'm like, true, make it a low. I constantly find myself trying to be reasonable. And then you guys say some unreasonable shit like that. And I'm like, true.
Oh, a 6P. Perfect.
I'm no longer being reasonable. Yeah, I like that.
Upwards, goes for the overhead option.
Oh my goodness. 5H. Too strong right there into the throw.
2K2D, 6H. I think you can get more though, no? Can't you just close slash it? I guess it's harder to be ready for that. Or you can 5K. 5K 6H is probably better there, right? If you're high on blood already.
Oh, gets a cross up there. 5K here for test.
5K, 5K, 6H. That hurt. Drifting up with RC can give you better mix-ups because it puts you airborne, so you can do a falling mix-up. It also pulls your opponent up when you do the RC, so RC up as a drift will give you extra height on the combo, and a lot of times that makes combos more burst safe. So that's pretty nice. It like gives you height on the combo.
It's not enough, but
He's gonna put the mask back on though. Yeah, you can just super. Oh.
And just because of the recovery,
just headbutts him there.
I wonder what maybe try throw or something. What happened there?
like you said, Tokyo backwards, forwards, into the throw here. Beyblade confirmed. Burst.
Maybe backdash. Oh my god, hell. Why are we popping again?
Test Your Luck is being way too hyper aggressive against MFCR. Just cannot get those hits. And
MFCR thought that was gonna wall splat. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you so much, Kizzie.
Surfing Nago's guts. His health is pretty absurd. I think it's pretty unfortunate that he just gets to endure popping so much. Like, popping and living is like such... It's so bad for the opponent. Because like Nago then gets... He's like better than round start. Because like usually you have less life than round start. And then he just gets to fucking twerk on you with no blood. And it's just so bad.
That's always game start.
Yeah, we don't got all night, alright?
And that's the one thing. We got to watch out for the Fukios. Test Your Luck has used them very early, and Blood has come out twice in the last 2 matches.
Yeah, and he has gotten punished heavily for it as well. Already sitting at level 3 Blood. Nice back throw, but like you said, needs to be a little more cautious.
It's a command throw or something here. It's getting close.
If any other character lost that much blood, they'd be dead. He's just got a lot of blood. He's really tall. Yeah, I think the reason is pretty clear, right? The reason he has so much health is because he is slow and he's big, and if he pops, like, you know, it makes him durable. So those are all like, I understand, right? But you know, he's just endures too much. He lives too much. New Sajam sound? Was it me yawning?
Oh, wake up 2D. That puts Leo airborne, so it avoids the fight.
Wake up 2D is nasty. You know, can I just say, like, Leo players just do the nastiest shit. They like, instead of blocking on wake up, they're like, I have to DP or dash throw or dash 2D or dash berserker slash. And then when they lose, they're like, unlucky, like, too bad that I have to risk it all the time, 24/7, instead of just blocking for once. Unlucky. Nothing I could have done. That kind of shit always I don't understand. I feel like when I watch Leo players, they like risk it all so often and then are like, oh, unlucky. Nothing I could have done. And I'm just like, couldn't you just have blocked? Isn't that okay? Like, I don't know. Am I tripping? I feel like I'm in, like, it's Looney Tunes shit. Ramola talked about the same exact thing today. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I'm like, I constantly, like, Leo players just risk it all 24/7, and I just think like, okay, could you just not though? Like, could you just? Is it okay to just chill? The character just gets to do it because if he DPs you, his reward is so high that like it's okay to just risk it all on some other random shit because people have to respect your DP. But like, you don't have to risk it all the time. Like, I don't know, you could just chill and like his, you know, he's one of the best characters probably at just doing safe dash blocking and advancing normals into good stuff. Like, I don't know, he doesn't have to risk it all. But if you do risk it all, I think it's okay. My point is just, I don't want to hear you be like, oh, unlucky. Like, this character is so good or whatever. Like some other character, you know, I just want you to know, get on. That's how I feel.
What?
I love it. I really love it though. MFCR was going for the RC just in case it didn't.
But you gotta take risks. Like, obviously, I'm not saying not to take risks.
Here, looking good for Test Your Luck.
Yeah, you know how many times I fought against Eno players and they do some shit like round start, jump back, dive, I block it, and then they gold burst or something? Or like they just like try to gold burst, or they like stroke on block in a gold burst at round start, and then they're like, your character is stupid. And I'm like, you're stupid. The characters aren't even involved. You are actually just dumb. Like, that's not my fault. Oh shit. That 2D was kind of sick. Like, I'm like, it has nothing to do with Eno. You're stupid. Like, that's like you problem, not a me problem.
Beyblade in the back. Oh my goodness, far slash going into the fight.
Like, I don't know. I'm just like, okay, dude.
blade, 2K. Oh my goodness, the pressure right there with the frame kill and the close slash.
All right, this is patent to test your luck, just going full throttle now.
Yeah, I mean, Ino is like also, I think, a serviceable character in this version, but I'm surprised that she got nerfed. They probably just don't want her to be that strong. The answer. I mean, I don't think it's like a bad thing to do.
I am a Sajam fan now.
Stroke and a gold burst sometimes, but like, you know when people do it in the tower and they just do stroke and then they gold burst? Like, we all know that they do that every set, right? Like, can we all just be honest? Like, they don't just do that because they're like, oh, I condition my opponent to do such and such and this and that. Like, you know, they just do it all the time. It's like their go-to. They do it every set.
And the wall break there, gonna get something started here. Oh my goodness.
Like, this is not a
and the command throw just
new concept. They just do it all the time. So like, sure, if you condition someone and like you're using it as like a surprise, like, haha, like you gotcha, then like sure, but like they do that shit every set. Like they just do it all the time. It's like the Jacko players in the tower who do 5H on block into super, but like try and catch you hitting a button after 5H. Instead, they could just do 5H, RC, minion pull, set the minion down, hit a button, and do pressure. That's good. But they would rather just like do 5H into super. Guilty person of that. Just Joe, you've done it to me 800 times probably. It worked like one time, and then you did it to me 800 more times. And I was just like, all right. I suppose. My bad. I just don't understand it because it's not just you. It's not like a you thing. I see it all the time, and I just don't understand it. Like, isn't it just better to do pressure than just do that? Like, I just find it like, it's just like, I can't imagine why it's worth it. I like, isn't it just better to just do RC and to pull a minion? Question mark. Like, if you already have the bar, like, you might as well just do pressure that's good instead of like risking it all. That's why I don't understand it, because unlike the Ino example, if you have meter already, you can just do something good instead of doing something that's like pretty risky, you know? This shit is fucked up. I think this is like something that makes Nago so annoying, that you air dash to 2S and then this kind of shit is just so, and like, you know, you're gonna explode off this damage too, right? 5P is like, you're just dead here.
Jump K.
But that's like a good example of like something that's like not good to do, and then like I don't understand it, and then people do it and then get mad after, like my character's stinky. I'm like, what? This is a you problem. It's probably less important though for Jacko than Ino, because Ino's in a worse spot than Jacko. Jacko's pretty good in this version. No way you kill here, unfortunately. Well, especially not like that.
What interesting thing about that was after the wall break, Marvelo actually gave up his pressure there just to let the meter build up and see what NBNHMR was going to do. Interesting decision.
Oh my goodness, a close slash. Able to get it out for NBNHMR.
What's it called? There's like a video on my clips channel of me playing against an Ino player who did 5H super on me, and then I like dodged it and then close slashed them and then burst baited them, and then they baited on the they like burst on the close slash, and I was like, that is like the most tower interaction I've had in a long time. Where you just like are sending it, you're like, fuck it.
Needs to be very careful with these 6Hs though. Cannot afford to block anything without FD now, but gets clipped by the far slash.
I think this matchup's interesting too, because I feel like when I watch it, I'm like fascinated by how Chipp doesn't just explode 24/7.
Start though. I mean, you know the deal. Chipp needs to take a few more times to hit the kill, you know, and that's the part of the character you're playing, man.
And see all that work from Marvelo and NBNHMR.
Dropping Ino because the matchup spread's not viable in tournament. I think it's like perfectly fine for him to think that, because I think she is like a volatile character in some ways. She certainly can be, right? What a brutal smash. like, I don't know. I'm not surprised that he feels that way. It's interesting though because like I don't know how much better Bridget is in that regard.
Frame trap, 2K answer from Marvelo and something.
You know.
from H.
I'm very curious.
Oh, great throw here from Marvelo.
But I think he could play a secondary or choose to what's it called?
Goodness, trying to keep you in the
Play a new
corner.
main that he
Don't
thinks
blow
is
away.
more
Nago back
reasonable for that. I think either is fine. Damn, that sucks. I think if Marvelo drift forward there, 2K would have been fine.
Here we go. PRC, nothing there. Good blocks from Marvelo. Looking for the far.
Yeah, Eno in the Happy Chaos is definitely like instant loss shit. So that it's like pretty bad, right? So
Beautiful micro dash into the 2.
I think it's better than it was last patch still, right? And it's still really bad.
Get off me.
Oh, and the Alpha Blade.
Because the zoning is not like before the zoning was way worse to deal with. But then now it's like, you know, all of the other stuff that's good about him is still just as good.
Hey
What
there,
up, Critical?
brother.
Thanks for the 15. Hope you're doing well.
Strong.
Yeah, Eno also gets to play a safer game plan generally.
Marvelo is going to recognize that and rush in.
Because like it's similar to what he wants to do with Eno in the sense that like your objective is to, you know, get hits into loopable strong Oki and then just like kill someone that way. And like Bridget's very good at doing that without taking much risk, right? So
Low, right? Trying to make them
probably more valuable to what Diaphone likes to do than
straight into a confirmed
Eno. Kind of like how he plays Hitman, right?
Oh, good blocks from Nieberheimer here. Oh, and goes to 2K.
He's got bar here now. Marvelo definitely in a pretty good spot.
This time goes for the overhead, but Oppenheimer just so ready with these
Do a
reactions.
command grab.
There's the throw. Marvelo can control this situation. Just one more mix.
There's the burst there, and there it is, man.
That's pretty
Soon
scary.
it's gonna
Oh
let it
no,
go.
yeah.
Look at the throw.
See, that's the thing about having so much life. He endures. Like, he didn't have that burst 30 minutes ago, but he just kept living.
See, Marvelo has a very tall mountain to climb.
Definitely can do it, but you're gonna need a lot of hits to get this going. That 2H, the fly swatter.
A lot of mental power, too, to go in a very long set against Nagoriyuki when you're playing a character like Chipp, who's just made out of glass.
The glass cannon, yeah, essentially close slash, counter hits.
Not even a
I love that the
cannon.
close slash whiff there and then the 2H hit.
And is Nagoriyuki. He's the one exploding.
He said he's just a glass cup.
This matchup looks pretty yeah, it looks pretty like
It's just-
pretty rough. I feel like.
Man, there it is again.
Oh
Oh,
no.
the 2H. Oh, that's just what destroys
Son.
chips.
That's the goddamn
He
fan.
died.
Look at that. And just like that, Neubenheimer is going to move
Ah.
in top 8 winners.
You're in the top 8. When you said earlier you're not gonna like
Not this one, though.
stroked into gold burst later, you're literally in the top 8.
At least the hair.
I thought there was like another Eno that you were talking about that was in the top 8. It's literally you. You better not do stroke in a gold burst. I'm gonna fucking punch my monitor. Or dive into it.
Goodness,
That was a good hit confirm though.
it's heavy.
Another
To the corner.
Nago. I don't know if I know who this is. Their name is Stop Bitching. Okay.
Go 6H, get the extensions.
My
there,
bad.
2K.
So true.
Oh, but the first, Young LZ doesn't want to hold any of this. It doesn't matter though.
Young
You're right
LZ.
back where you started.
Oh, I see. I see the idea.
Big tree right there, able to get some pressure down.
Nice. That was good.
And
Oh, he could have killed with an OTG. I guess that'll do
gets him
as well.
as well.
When is Daisuke gonna text me the patch notes? Great question. I love that we're not using the burst here. I hope we do like dive or stroke in a gold burst on this round down this much life.
Big tree right there again, man. Put some pressure. Oh, 2S.
Nice. I like the note there.
Trying to set something
Hell
up.
yeah,
Oh my
super.
goodness, the jump
Nice.
Heavy confirm into super.
Fortissimo is going to secure that hard knockdown.
Got
TickleMeMour,
him.
and there
The
it is.
classic.
Mania.
You know, this is one of my favorite supers right here, man. Let's go.
The classic.
Got it. Catching, not pressing anything.
Skibbity woo. Backdashing against Eno feels bad because jump S, jump D OS, right?
Probably.
So like you don't always want to do it, and then
2S.
you know, finally you're like, all right, I'll just block this, and then maybe challenge or whatever, and then that happens. You're like, oh.
Fukio through the chemical love. Okay.
No chance right there.
This is a fun matchup to watch too. I feel like Eno gets to use no a lot in this matchup, which is cool. I see. I see. Maybe trying to bait something. Damn. We sent it. Holy smokes.
Man, great confirm off the sultry performance there. TickleMeMour.
I like it. I like the fake what's it called? I like the fake out empty hovers into stroke, and then the next time doing damn, you're a dastardly individual. You're going to hell. The immediate hover dash into dive kick.
Again with the jump H. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Jump slap.
Oh, wall break seems pretty bad though there, because Nago gets to get out now and try to RPS in neutral, and then if he wins, the round's just over probably. Well, she has bar though,
Started here from Young LZ. Gotta keep
so it could be worse. Nice. Empty jumps chemical love quite good because you can like throw them off and just be like, all right, I'm gonna stroke, and then they try to hit 2K or they try to hit a button. That was definitely supposed to be super. You wanted super, right? This is supposed to be command grab super, and you got 5H. Average Eno player execution for sure.
Hold on to this momentum here. Young LZ is pretty good at making comebacks. So we'll have to see.
Pretty good.
Leg length discrepancy, LLD, or in isomelia, is defined
What up,
as a
Cherry Cream
condition
Signal?
in which the paired lower extremity limbs have a noticeably unequal
What you
length.
got right there, 5K to seal it off there. For
Are you talking about 5K?
Looking good going into the next game. You're one away to get on the board here. Oh. Dude, jump slash too good here.
Beyblade anti-airs a lot. It's not unusual that Beyblade anti-airs.
Back into the far slash stroke right underneath it. Gonna get it confirmed for the knockdown.
Oh, the air dust. AD.
And even if it doesn't anti-air, what ends up happening is he just like fucking hits close slash after, so. Well, the good news is like you say pro players who are complaining about top tiers and not picking them. The great news is that a lot of the pro players who play top tier complain about other top tier characters. Like their top tier character is not just as good or better.
Follow a big tree twice there, man, into the 6H.
You gotta remember that. That's the strat. Damn, the classic delay DP on the 6K. Oh, tried. That doesn't work as consistently, right? The burst bait with
Damage right there.
Stroke.
Again. Oh, the PRC into the throw. Scales able to hit.
that sucks. That did so much. Oh my god, you're dead. Ow. That was brutal. I'm just here to stock up on Will It Kill bucks. You love to see it.
Or she can go for stroke the big tree to get underneath that 5H.
I think, what is it? Jump Dust is going to be a big play in that, man. Been able to get a lot of mileage off it. That 2H, man, keeps Eno out of the air. There we go, scale hits.
Wait, what was that reversal, I wonder? I wonder if that was supposed to be super or like maybe Fukio back or something. I don't know.
Oh, and there we go. Mortal counter on the DP, but went for a full. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that's why the old H stroke burst was so good. Is like even if you burst baited, H stroke like kept you plus, so it didn't really matter even if you burst bait. And then sometimes trying to challenge stroke at a hit stun, like you could make a mistake and then you get counter hit by H stroke anyway. So you're like, well.
All right, into the possible final round now for TickleMeMour. Nice counter hit, forcing the burst out of Young LZ. That's what I'm talking about, right? Eno can just maneuver over a lot of the options that Nagoriyuki likes to use to stop him from getting in.
I love Nago's 5K just like going over the 2K there. That shit is so absurd.
A lot of damage into the RC here.
Wall stick.
That move has got to go. Nago 5K is on the chopping block. All in favor.
Goodness, here we go. It's going to be a lot
Who's
of
got? I'm sick of that move.
damage. Well, jump pass, no.
That was a great bait. She is not getting burst back.
Young LZ getting around still in this. One more to take us to a game 5.
I would not be as upset if it was the same speed. If it was like the hitbox wasn't as absurd. And like the recovery wasn't as absurd. Oh, he could have punished there actually. He could have punished that stroke.
Getting blown up here. See, the dust does connect.
Nago is definitely just hitting 2k or something or 5k there. She died. Yeah.
6-8.
Check him leg. His hitbox not normally. Exactly.
There's a 60. Oh, again, great answers there. It's huge.
Oh, and there's the dive in, able to escape from the corner.
Nice.
Isn't able to stagger out in time.
Great stuff here.
I love seeing people join the room at the end. They're like, all right, it's time to game. It's 2 apiece.
Right back.
Oh, and there we go. Finally a 6P challenge from Young LZ.
No, great answers there. Counter.
Spell Doom, no meter is spent.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I think there's supposed to be something fancy soon with all this meter, and that works.
Nah, cut the feed, cut the feed.
Oh, I'm tired of your malarkey. How about that?
You fake them out with the fuzzy setup just into command grab super? Come on, TickleMeMour.
That was disgusting, man. Oh, 2K, able to get something to start with it, and it's a scale here. Oh, I love the fake on Sultry performance there.
You know, that's a great point. I didn't realize that Stop Bitching has too many asterisks until just now.
I love the 2D.
I didn't even look, and you're so right.
Running the mix-up game.
Beyblade trying to get Eno in the corner. My Chemical Love. Oh, and the falling down jump S.
Oh,
Mercy punish.
not gonna kill. The damage is not that much. I didn't even realize it, yeah. Well, we got lucky there. We'll take it. Oh no.
Absolutely expecting
There it was. There was the stroke in a gold burst. Oh no.
Yeah, counter hit 2H, man.
Did he
You
just
just both
teabag?
keep it simple.
Did he just teabag? I
I,
can't believe that.
I don't know. I don't think so. Those were Nago bags. Chemical Love trying to hit something there. Jump S. Oh, and the punish there from the 2S.
Not like this. Uh-oh. That was pretty good though. I like that side swap.
TickleMeMour in control right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Maintain it at wall
Yeah.
stop.
Oh,
Hell.
again. Gonna let it rock.
No.
That's it.
This could be horrible.
Nah, I don't believe. That's it. You died.
See there?
Eno does not win these.
Oh, 5K punish there.
Oh, he's popping.
The blood pop, but Young LZ has
Okay,
it.
just takes the throw punish. That's pretty good. No way you win here. Eno winning here, I'd be shocked.
FDs.
Final hit situation.
Oh my god, how did you pop again? Well,
Takes out Young LZ. TickleMeMour.
you know, it all worked out. Oh god.
Early though.
Oh god, this match is gonna be a clusterfuck.
Oh, I need to clean my glasses because this is an explosive start to this game.
This match is gonna be wild, I can already tell.
2K gunshot as well. Look at that. PRC. Look at the jump heat.
Oh, not the backdash PRC. He's going to answer with a super 2, says that's cute.
This matchup made me stop playing. Are you a Nago player?
Oh, so much pressure. Fukio backwards.
There is a lot of Nago in this top 8. It's like, is every match had a Nago so far? Like in top 8? It's, yeah, this is Leo versus Nago, Nago versus Chipp, Nago versus Eno, Nago versus Happy Chaos. Losers quarters, this is Eno versus Chipp. Winners finals is Nago versus Leo. Losers semis is no Nago, right? But then losers, one of the matches, either losers finals or grand finals will have Nago. So this is at the end. Nago will be out. And I'll tell you what, you know, they're like, guys, Happy Chaos and Ram is the problem. I mean, there's an overall problem.
Chipp adds up. No, we do not. Test your luck. Making a play here.
YRC out immediately, though. A little bit of a shimmy straight into the 2K, and MJ will take that round.
He's a menace in tournament for this reason. I mean, he's extremely durable in his game plan and what's it called? His ability to continuously get the best situations for himself. Not that the other characters are not good, but yeah, I mean, Like this character, Happy Cows, is despicable. I think he's better than Nago, but like obviously, he generally just has less. Oh my god, getting double counter hit there is so funny. Generally just has like more chances to explode than a character like Nago. Yeah, Gunshot. They could just make Gunshot pop you up for a full combo, and then now he gets the combo from Gunshot for free, but it no longer wall slumps. This is the Arxis Monkey's Paw, by the way. I know you think that's a joke, but like, what if regular Gunshot just pops you up for a full combo, and they're like, hey, now we don't have to make it so that it doesn't wall slump anymore. Regular Gunshot just pops you up.
Steady aim, confirm here, all the way to the corner.
See, this is how it begins. Like, you're like, everything's fine, they'll nerf Happy Chaos, and then that's what happens. Thank you, Daisuke. You see what I'm saying? That's the danger zone we live in.
Keeps him in the corner. It's the right stuff here from MJ. And again, another wall break. Oh.
On the multiple overheads, they're so dirty.
Monkey's Paw, man, I'm telling you.
Should be enough to kill.
Absolutely is, man. MJ just, man, this pressure. I got the curse early. Ready, steady aim, man. Oh.
Counter.
2K?
6K pop-up could be a thing too, yeah.
What an RC from MJ.
Could be something like that instead too. We'll see though. I actually have no idea what to expect with the changes, to be honest with you. How do you block chaos? I mean, that's why this character is so good. He has extremely powerful mix-ups, and damage is really good, and it allows him to like loop his pressure because he gets his resources back. So not only is it really powerful because it's hard to deal with, but it also gives him more resources all the time. So like, you know, it's a pretty bad spot to be, to say the least. Like, he gets everything back and then still smokes you, and then is also hard to deal with. So it makes the character so spooky.
Okay, set and curse, man.
I'm gonna send him straight into the corner. Looks for the focus there. Didn't want to break the wall, and gets him with the taco as well. Hard knockdown. Curses up once again.
Happy Cows reloads incredibly fast, yeah.
Wall break? No.
Oh, not the behind the back, brother. Oh my god. The fucking auto aim. This guy just fucking... That's like a Call of Duty hacker right there. You hate to see it.
Curse early. I like the play there from MJ, man. Start off with it.
And this pressure, TestYourLuck is just having such a difficult time.
Give Millie a wall slump. It's funny because like I don't if her 2D was a wall slump, she could probably do it, right? Because she would just 2K 2D you. Or if like Lust Shaker did it, there's probably a way to make her do it. I like that's okay, but the problem is wall slumping is not enough. You need a way to loop the wall slump. Oh, you're dead. You need a way to loop it. So you need like a hit that consistently gives you it, and then even then it's not that great, right? So you need a loopable interaction that's like really strong for it to be good.
Gamer time.
What a bad guy from Milan. So unless you can consistently interact and then get it over and over, it's not really... Wall slumps are not enough. You need to be able to loop them easily. Because like lots of characters can get a wall slump. Oh, a little too far. No punish though, you'll take that.
RC from Marvelo here. Gonna get wall break.
Yeah, I mean, her mix-ups are extremely good. Like, Millia's mix-ups are incredibly nasty. It's just they don't loop very well compared to the characters who do it better. Wow. Oh my god, just raw sweep.
2S able to get the job done here.
Yeah, his wall slump is like good because not only does it give him a mix-up that's extremely hard to deal with, but it lets him gain all his resources back. So it's like just, it's best of both worlds for him. He gets to do everything he wants to do. I mean, I think Bridget and Eno getting loopable wall slumps is extremely strong for them, actually. Like, I think they're very happy with that, despite, you know, despite it being, like, not as good maybe as Happy Chaos is. Like, yeah, it's still extremely good. Dead.
That was a crazy safe jump.
I think Gold Lewis gets a wall slump on, like, his 2K or something. Or, like, Bow Slash, I think, also doesn't if it hits on the ground. But, like, he doesn't have a good way to loop that or make it really that good. So, he doesn't really care.
Alright, the burst comes out.
Ooh, jump S, get the confirm here. Sets up for Oki.
Damn, I'm surprised I didn't punish. Maybe a little too late.
There's the 2D, OTG with the 5K. Straight into the Uzumaki barrage.
Wall break as well. Oh, jump S actually connects.
Nice. This is a good match, actually. Marvelo versus TickleMeMour is, like, interesting, I think. It's fun to watch this matchup. We don't see it as much. Give Gold Lewis access to the Navy. Oh, man. He gets dolphins.
It's like the tail end of the box, able to do that, man. Great stuff from TickleMeMour.
A great poke out to escape the corner here with 2K, 2D. Gonna get the 2K into the 6H. Will it be enough? No, misses the 5H.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason wall slumps are good, too, is that they give you the flexibility of a normal knockdown with the ability to break the wall and kill at any time, and it's extremely loopable. Most characters do not get to choose to keep the corner in with good Oki, so they're extremely powerful. And their power level depends kind of on the character, so, like, I think it's really good on the characters who do get it and they can loop it, but if you can't loop it, it's not as scary sometimes, right?
Overhead does.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think they're extremely strong. I don't think they're bad for the game or anything, though, for the most part. People just don't like Happy Chaoses, mostly. I think the rest of them, people are like, oh, it's kind of cool that these characters can do this. But, like, a lot of strong characters can do it. Like, Ram can do it, and it's, like, not bad for her. And Leo can do it. A lot of the strong characters are able to do it. Chipp can do it. I should say can do it consistently, because a lot of characters can do it. But, like, doing it consistently is a lot of characters can. Can Faust? He actually does have one. He has, like, a way to do it. He can also pull you off the wall because of Scalpel and items. He has some interesting stuff with that. I've not played Dwarf Fortress yet. I don't know. That was an unfortunate burst. I don't know if I would enjoy it, but I would probably try it. Damn, that's going to do so much. Although Marvelo has, like, all the bar in the world, so yeah. It's hard to pin him down here. Although he didn't kill, so. Dwarf Fortress is big because it released on Steam, so a lot of people have bought it. Again, like, or they just owned it in the first place and then they were like, oh, it's out now. Nice. I like that. Dashing 5P is, like, really good, I think, for Chipp in a lot of matchups like this, where he can just, like, do that and then pick up for a full combo into corner carry for whatever. Like, he just does it and he's like, hell yeah, this is gonna hurt. That shit does a lot of damage.
Enough, though.
2S press. Gets the hard knockdown. I like the attempt at the dash cancel, but Marvelo.
You know, it's also interesting that it feels like the Kara changes were, like, such a big deal in this game, and it really feels like Chipp is one of the characters that benefit from it a lot, but I also feel like they built it with Sin in mind, no? Like, Sin feels like the character they were like, okay, imagine this character without Kara cancels, you know? He really feels like a character that was designed with that in mind.
Ooh, 6B trade, definitely in Marvelo's favor, and now Marvelo is going to be sitting at set point here against TickleMeMour.
Also, can you guys believe the patch notes still aren't out? What the fuck, man? 6B can hit stroke, yeah. It's sometimes stroke or low profile moves can get hit either during their startup or as they are starting to interact with you and hit you at the end.
him for both these players.
I like the 2 H's.
Low health that I don't think it's coming back by the end of this
That's
round.
pretty funny.
Jump H confirmed. No punish there.
Wow, I'm surprised 2D reached there. That was really far. That hurts. She has no bar though, right? So
Close out this round.
yeah.
Not enough.
I am shocked that the patch notes are still not out. That was pretty good. Oh, but it wasn't plus. No, it wasn't plus enough to combo anyway.
For another round.
What a PRC there.
Yes, Eno can bait the burst with Stroke the Big Tree, but it's a little harder. It's a little
Help!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's
Wow.
good to spend it there. Can't keep the wall anymore. That shit was kind of despicable. I think it was a flub into a like, all right, fuck it. That was like an N1 mixtape. Like he messed it up and he was like, I'll make it count. Oh, that was a nice dash block too. Damn.
gets the cross up and closes it out.
Damn.
For like 3 to 4 hours a night on Mondays.
That's what makes it fun, right?
This is our winners finals.
Uh-oh, tries to go for a throw.
Yeah, I cannot believe that was a whip punish. He was so fucking far.
Oh my goodness, the crossover right there with the 2K.
Which, you know, pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Oh, dash up 2D, gonna trade, but that's gonna be in MFCR's favor, right? Pushing Nubenheimer to the wall.
PO2K, oh.
Oh, punish.
See?
Damn. I think MFCR tried, I would guess, tried to RC here and then just got caught during startup, and that's why there's counter hit probably, right?
Oh.
Like, this must have been the startup of RC, yeah.
PRC!
Makes sense. Because otherwise you're not in counter hit state there, right? So
Side and then goes for the cross up there. Nubenheimer's defense impeccable. Look at that backdash into the 5K. That's a chef's kiss for me.
Perfect timing on that as well.
Nubenheimer, look at this pickup here as well. Goes for the jump to try and bait out the burst.
I like the backdash, man. Keep your speed.
yeah, I mean, it was a lot of meter to dump. This matchup is kind of like that though for Leo. Like, he really needs to win in one hit, and if he can't make that one hit count, it's really bad.
Yes.
You know, it is like super duper bad. He doesn't fare very well if in neutral against this character, even if he's like low on blood, high on blood, doesn't matter.
This mix up to the other round.
Nah, brother. I'm right there with
I
you.
don't care anymore. When this patch comes out, I better see this character become bottom tier, okay?
Oh man, that was crazy.
Oh, chasing down with the 2D again. 5D comes out and a trade.
That happens with a lot of supers. It's funny though, that rant got me good, but that is not that unusual. This is like, the reason this happens
Down.
is like fairly normal actually.
Mix up.
It's just that like when the character is doing something like this, they put their hurt box essentially into your attack. He's got hitbox and hurt box here. And what ends up happening is he's extending his hurt box forward enough through Nago that where Nago is swinging like over here, like just interacts with it. He's just sticking it through Nago's chest here. So that's why it hits. It is annoying and it looks bad, but it's actually like extremely common. This happens in like every fighting game.
MFCR can't take another and the 2S will.
You stick your hurt box. Like if Leo didn't do anything there, then like he wouldn't have gotten hit by the super.
Good.
But because you stick your hurt box through the character, then like obviously
I can't believe
that happens, right?
That's
And the super's invincible. I mean, that helps, sure.
Howard
Yeah.
doesn't care, though. He answers back with his own 2K.
It doesn't hurt. Being invincible is pretty nice.
Oh my god.
And a super
Pretty nice
well.
on that, what's it called?
Gonna be enough.
That interaction.
Might tack on enough here.
Yeah, dead.
There it is.
Crazy damage output from Naga. 5K is stat. Oh wow, the 2H. 5P, same side.
No challenge. Interesting. Goes to the 2S5H.
I hate when Leo flips to the other side and the game doesn't autocorrect. Yeah, when your moves swing to the front when he goes through. It's just a timing thing. Like, usually it just means you're too early. The timing is, like, pretty difficult to hit, though. To, like, make your moves go the right way sometimes. Most of the time, it's better for your move to just, like, go through them. And then, like, hit them from the other side anyway, you know?
That's crazy. That's a crazy win rate right there, Joe.
Nice. That was a good punish.
Throw here, back into the corner.
I'm pretty sure the second I turn off my stream, these patch notes are going to get dropped. That's my conspiracy theory, yes. Because they are still not out, that's my conspiracy. Somebody at Arxis is waiting there, like hovering their finger over the button.
Wow, that hit.
Berserker Barrage, not doing a lot of damage though. Nagoriyuki does have a lot of guts. He is a big boy.
MFCR still has the burst though, but
It's so funny, by the way, when you IB the move before Berserker Slash. Look at how Leo runs. Look at his little legs. You IB this, look at the way he runs. He's like a cartoon character. He like doesn't. I could just hear like the Scooby Doo noise when he's trying to run. His little leggies moving. Look at him go. This is one of my favorite things. Like Fred Flintstone, like trying to run things. Like he's just look at him try to run. Yeah, like it takes him so long. He takes like 8 steps and he doesn't make it through you. Some Wile E. Coyote shit. It's one of my favorite things about it. It cracks me up every time.
And there we go.
Yeah, but do like just trying to fly through.
Huge starter for MFCR.
Good man, getting the job done. Get into the corner with the wall break as well. Okay, RC trying to bait the burst.
Oh, it doesn't hit. Oh, I think the super might actually just go through and then punish anyway. Yeah, you're okay there. That's actually perfectly fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure the patch notes are going to be late tonight. Like, I think it'll be probably around, like, late evening, my time zone. I think that's when they usually come out from my memory, so. Tonight is when everybody finds out about the Street Fighter beta too, right?
Taking so much damage off this guy. Throw. One away.
Starting off with 5K, and now Nubenheimer being very patient. He's such a surge.
Yeah, I wish you all best of luck with the beta tonight. I hope everybody makes it in.
2K into the 5K confirmed there just to keep him in the corner.
I'm wishing you all good fortune.
To get that 6H again.
I believe in you.
One hit away from moving on to grand finals. Oh,
that sucks. Not even a clash? No sauce?
Perfect. That hurts. Alright, harassing with that 5K. Marvelo trying to go for these low committal.
Damn, Marvelo fighting another Chipp. Wait, did he play the same Chipp earlier? I'm trying to remember.
Very fast normals. Low committal.
Nice. Oh no, I love that idea. The wall was almost broken, so Dust Punish is a great choice, but just slightly too late. You know, it's funny actually because I think Happy Chaos still beats Chipp, even though Chipp is like so fast. And the reason is mostly just like how good his normals are against Chipp, right? Like he has like really good ways to interact with what Chipp wants to press. Like 2K and 2D are extremely good against Chipp far normals, so it's pretty annoying for him to deal with. I think this matchup's not good for him. But yeah, it is like punishing with dust like that is really good, and the reason is that if the wall is high on damage or whatever, like punishing with dust is just like, you know, you don't have to care about the wall damage literally at all. You just do like jump dust and then you smoke them. You just, or 5D rather, and you just get your full combo. Yeah, he had to know that that was already coming because the shockwave didn't hit, which means your opponent was invincible. Damn, the double hitting jump H. Close beta only on console? Nope, beta is on PC and console with crossplay.
Ah, there's 3 frames. So, like, might as well. So you got faster buttons and
What beta is tonight? There's no beta tonight, but the what's it called? The like results of whether you made it into the Street Fighter beta or not is tonight.
Going into the next part of this map.
Yeah, you can only sign up for one platform, right? Oh, no bullets. Could have just RC'd and killed actually probably instead. Or concentration supered. Damn. I think Marvelo could have just super or DP'd there, but they wouldn't pass by me twice. That would be inconsiderate. I'm right there with you. There's no way they don't give you the beta twice, right? Like, how could they be so rude as to not give you the beta 2 times?
Fantastic. Make it look stylish as well.
2 times? Like, come on, bro. I like your chances. Super nice. That was great. Marvelo just ready. I don't think they're adding any new characters. They would have said something if they were, which is a shame because damn. Oh, he could have killed it. He could have RC'd and killed.
Catches him backdashing as well.
So tricksy, man.
Dear Maximilian. We'd love to work. Wow, what a combo.
Scores a mortal counter and breaks the wall. Taking nearly half health with him.
Flash in the dust there for the confirm.
Mortal counter. Do they still call it mortal counter in the game? They don't, right? Is that what they call the big counter hit slowdown?
Wall break there, MJ.
I don't think so, right? Oh, nice. Wow. I don't think they do. It's not a bad thing to call it, though. Mortal counter just sounds like you fucking died, so... I think it's only danger time, right? Did you guys know that in this game, fast RCs, you know when you do an RC and then you cancel it early before the shockwave goes out? That in the game is called RCC. Did you know that? I did not know that was the official term. It's called RCC, and it stands for Roman Cancel Cancel. Not a joke. That is real. It's called Roman Cancel Cancel. That's the name of it. I did not like know that's what they called it, because you do cancel the Roman cancel. That's correct, yeah. But how do you even do that? So before the shockwave is finished, like before it comes out, you do the attack you want to cancel into. That's how you do the Roman cancel cancel. But I'm just like shocked because I did not know that. I knew that in Japan they called it RCC, but I didn't know it was because it was Roman cancel cancel. It's pretty interesting. Roman cancel cancel. Nice bait. Yeah, people don't call it FRC because that is a thing in plus R, right? It's called force Roman cancel. So instead of fast Roman cancel, I was calling it quick Roman cancel, QRC, but maybe RCC is correct. Dead. Fast RC is what people call it here, but maybe I should just call it RCC. How to do that mix at the end? When you backdash in the game, you get put airborne. So if you backdash and then BRC, then you are airborne and then you can attack out of your backdash. So you get to do overheads because you're in the air. How that works. Dead. Man, you know when you block a guard crush and you just try to like vibe? You try to do anything. You try to DP, you try to backdash, you try to do anything, and then you just get hit. You're like, well, my bad. That is what you get. You gotta just sit there and accept that you're gonna die. Yeah, that's why people didn't want to use FRC, because FRC is a thing in plus R, so like calling it FRC is not quite correct. Damn, he really did the command grab. That is annoying. You know that? I always get annoyed by that.
Immediately, IAD, hyper-aggressive at-round start.
Why do people call it red RC instead of RRC? Red roaming cancel is called RRC. I'm pretty sure. And then PRC, BRC, YRC are just all things too.
Brawling with MJ here right now. The Happy Chaos is not winning out in the end.
Marvelo's swinging right now. Any chance with BRC here?
You just wait for your meter to build up here. I think if you're Marvelo, probably right, because like yeah, your opponent has no resources.
MJKurase is set here. 2K.
Backdash BRC. Yeah, not much to do if you're Happy Chaos there. You're kind of stuck. Yeah, most people just call the red one RC. Most people don't say the red Roman cancel, like they do sometimes, but people just call it RC. Because it's like the default Roman cancel, right?
Flash kick and blown up there. We got a burst from MFCR.
Yeah, there was that backdash BRC there again. The way you get this is you backdash, and then during your backdash frames, you cancel into BRC. So you go airborne because your backdash puts you airborne, and then you cancel the airborne frames into a BRC, and then that lets you attack out of it. You're also invincible too, right? So you're invincible out of your backdash, and then you get to cancel your invincible backdash into an airborne attack, and then combo off of it.
The BRC and the jump JP was kind of ridiculous though.
But there's the burst coming out from Marvelo.
I blame Exerd. They started adding colors and shit to RCs. There's blue RCs in. There's different colored RCs in what's it called? In plus R. XX had them. Like, it's not like it's a new thing for Exerd. They're blue if you do FRCs.
Was that enough with the RC?
It was called Force Roman Cancel. Yeah, but it was still blue. If you mean like people calling it colors and stuff, I'm sure people called it blue RC. Like it's called FRC, but I'm sure that they've also used the color before.
Oh, an overhead does connect here. Get the wall break as well.
Very clean, very clean.
Blue cancels? Yeah, I mean they're blue, so like why wouldn't you call them blue somethings?
Just blocks there, Gil, to get the throw right away.
Wow.
There as well into super MFCR.
I think people use names that make sense to them. You know what I mean? Like that's how people are. Like if a name makes sense, it's blue. You call it blue. If it's red, you call it red. Like, you know, it's I think pretty reasonable to expect that.
So far, Marvelo definitely seems very hungry for it. Run through is going to get just blocked, but no attempt at a punish.
Wow, what a trade on that.
Yeah, the Romans they use a lot of cancels in their warfare. That's just how they are.
Chasing him up with the JP into the JD.
That is really bad though, you know.
Oh, but these cross-ups. Marvelo is able to block the initial one.
Nice. That is good matchup knowledge, but you end up getting smoked anyway.
Trying to get him off of him with all the FDs.
You know how the Romans get down, canceling all kinds of shit.
Oh, what a frame kill with the cross-up.
Oh, bursts out of the super. Really good burst position there from MFCR.
Yeah, I don't know exactly military tactics for Romans. So the new melty characters look cool. Yeah, I think they look pretty dope. I would probably try Monte Cristo. That character looks cool.
And the jump S.
Yeah, when you RC, the announcer saying romantic. That's what they say in the old games. The announcer is like there saying it. Although I don't think that's been a thing for quite a while now. So.
Absolutely into the corner off the throw.
Romantic.
Not letting Marvelo out until the DP.
barrage right through the wall.
Oh, same side, jump S. Alpha Blade follow up as well with the wall break.
Nice.
Goes to super again.
Good recognition there. It's pretty easy to accidentally mess that up. Oh no. This is the problem. I feel like one time you do a non-safe jump against Leo, the video game's over.
For a reset.
Yes, sir.
Oh my. Jesus, man, MFC.
The video game then ends.
They're getting very close here to getting a 2-0 lead. That'll be substantial.
What a confirm with the 2Ks.
Wow, I didn't know 2S5H was not a true block string, actually.
DP comes through, harassing with the 5K. Goes to the tick throw. BRC.
Yeah, that is really good, by the way. 2K 6K in BRC, pretty strong, because you can, like, the 2K 6K combos, and then also if if they hit individually, and then if the 6K hits by itself, you also get the combo off it still anyway. So, wow, that Alpha Blade didn't kill. You hate to see it. Yeah, for Chipp. There's 2K 6K combos on BRC, and then it also just like, you know, if 6K hits by itself, you get the combo, and even if it's blocked, you still get to go for pressure. So.
Marvelo being aggressive, but MFCR answering 2 for 2 with 6P.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's getting punished, whip punished by Marvelo.
I mean, it probably depends entirely on the patch, but I think having a secondary is not a bad idea if you can juggle two characters well, and your character has particularly bad matchups. But considering we're literally waiting on a patch, it's hard to say.
No, but you get the Oki situation with this.
Because, like, what if all your character's bad matchups are not as bad, or your character just becomes extremely good in, like, 24 hours? You know, you never know. I think they'll be out tonight sometime late. My guess is, like, probably around midnight or something in the west, maybe.
Good job between weaving in, being hyper aggressive after throwing out the clone, and just kind of backing up, right? Backdashing and letting MFCR have enough room to overextend.
Marvelo's neutral is pretty big.
Yeah, I think Marvelo is, like, extremely consistent in neutral, like, really, really patient, really good at... That's one of the worst things about Chipp's wall run, by the way, is that when you get bursted out of it, it corners you. That shit feels bad.
Marvelo gets out, 6P, same side. What a throw.
Yes, sir. This is how it happens. What a bass cry. Thanks for the 43. Hope you're big chillin'. You can burst bait off the wall, yeah, but you have to, like, drop your combo to do it, I'm pretty sure.
Good evening, Sajam and
Something to think about, though. What up there, Vero? I'm chilling. We're waiting for the patch, mostly. That's most of my existence currently.
Oh, wow. Good block high for MFCR.
And a mortal counter on the 6H. Still not enough to close it out, though.
Marvelo trying to set up this.
Oh, no. The BRC didn't reach. Oh, that sucks so bad. Not like this. Oh, my God. Not like this.
Marvelo's in danger. Berserker barrage. It's not enough. Man, that super sucks.
That's kind of crazy that wasn't enough to actually kill Chipp there. Cross up.
What a block. Oh, he really lost because of that. Oh my god, I'd be so sad.
Okay, answer here from Marvelo. Push him in the corner.
No. With Chipp, that's really bad too, because, like, building another burst is pretty hard.
The blue RC as well to get out of the corner.
Arx is going to give Gold Lewis a 6-frame 2K. That's time. Make drone wars, give him a 6-frame 2K.
Down JK, able to confirm that to get
I'm ready.
That's good blocks from MFCR.
Oh, but he catches the
This is really scary. Yeah, I like throw just in case of YRC. No.
He faked out the cross up. Did you see that?
That's nasty.
High level Leo play Okay, get something started. Jump S with the cross up.
At least this is good for Marvelo. He needs the round, but he needs this to extend a bit because he just has no fucking burst. Man, he has not thrown very many berserker slashes either. That's pretty tough. He just has no burst either, so like if he gets hit, he's just gonna die without ever building one. Now he has a much better chance, but that's probably the hardest part about Chipp. If one burst gets baited or whiffs, like it takes you so long to build it back up. Yeah, try to what's it called? Not break the wall there because it wasn't gonna kill. I like that reset.
The crazy thing is, MFCR still has the burst.
H-stroke is essentially +2 against Gold Lewis. Yeah, what he's saying is because as Eno, he's saying it as Eno because Gold Lewis's 2P doesn't hit it, so it doesn't hit anything after. So like not much you can do to poke very well after because his 2P just doesn't hit very well.
2K answer MFCR.
Yeah, 2P just like it's a little stumpy. That's why.
Enough for super.
Nice. I like that option. Oh, burst though. I like that option because I think taking the cross up is the unobvious choice and you can kill with meter, right? But your opponent just builds the burst though, which is pretty scary. HMC is a pretty shitty super, yeah.
2K, 5K, wow, so fast for Marvelo. Got the burst from MFCR there.
I don't know, what is the worst super? It's probably HMC, right? HMC is pretty bad. Chipp's other super is also not that great. That super is really good though.
Same side jump H here.
Golda's laser super? Nah, that super's not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad.
Dang, that combo was ridiculous.
HMC is pretty shitty. But it's also not a super you probably want to be good, right?
Marvelo's sitting here on set point. MFCR knocking at the door with 5P. They're just brawling back and forth right now. MFCR up against the rope.
Oh, that is so bad. Wall slump. I do like the command throw idea because he hasn't done it in so long. Oh, nice. Damn. He really clawed his way back on that. I thought MFCR was just going to close it out. Oh boy. Now it's time to explode.
Wow, what a JD into a falling.
You hate to see it. That was brutal. But good knowledge of your character.
It was like he thought that Marvelo was going to jump. Marvelo didn't, and then Nagoriyuki was already ready with a button.
Lets him let the DP rip, gets the 2K 2D. Gotta score those tiny little knocks.
HMC is Soul's grab super, yeah. It's just not very good. Not a very good super. It just doesn't do much that for you, really. Like, it just... Oh, that sucks. You didn't even get the kill there. It's just, like, slow. You can jump it after the flash. The damage is, like, okay. The Oki is, like, okay. It doesn't break the wall. It's not like you can use it to punish stuff very easily or whip punish. It's just not that good. Which is like, you probably don't want it to be that much faster because like imagine if it was fast enough to just constantly whip punish it. Like that'd probably be pretty bad, no?
Oh my god.
Oh, he was about to pop. He's full, right? Yeah. Waiting room. We are definitely in the patch waiting room. We're waiting to see Nago, Happy Cows, and Ram explode. Mostly. I also think that bursting against this character like that, bursting when he spends blood is a good idea most of the time, as long as you can fight against it. Like you're comfortable fighting neutral against high blood Nago. That's like your idea most of the time. No way, Chipp 2K lost there. That sucks. He didn't die, but he was pretty close.
Oh, not dead though. So there's a chance here for Marvelo.
I wonder if that's actually a thing. It doesn't look like it, but if that works, that'd be pretty cool. Is that actually like a real thing you can do against clone? Oh, try to beat the burst there, I think. That was the route you go for to beat that. He can DP here, right? Oh, he has 100 meter, I guess. Damn, he knew? Oh. Oh, man, that is unfortunate. Oh, man, that is tragic. 6P, it just goes through. Alpha doesn't hit. 5P's after. Nah, brother. He called out Nubenheimer trying to RC this, right? So, like, you only throw here if you expect Nubenheimer to cancel the super before the animation into RC. So, you see how he's tried to cancel into RC here? So, throw was just a hard call out that he was going to cancel it. Like, if you do throw there and he just does the super, you don't win. But he called out that he was going to Roman cancel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can OS it exactly. The 6P FDOS is like you hit back plus 6P FD, and then if they're on the other side, you get 6P, and if they're on the same side, you get FD.
Corner carry, gets the command throw.
Oh no, he died. Oh, he had some blood to spend there actually. Well, he actually did have blood to spend, right? Because it was coming down, but maybe he didn't know.
The final match between these two, Marvelo has to get a reverse 3-0 in order to make this a reset.
Bro here to get something started from Marvelo though. Okay.
Oh, just blocking the 5H, try to go for the 2K punish, was a little too far away.
Nice.
Counter hit JD is gonna score a nice start though.
Oh, try to burst bait there. I like the idea, but now you end up cornered, which is pretty scary. Not popping. Oh, he was so close too. And now you're... Oh, that burst idea was not terrible because he was going to pop, but then obviously he got to kill him before he did. That's a shame.
This is now tournament point.
Heavy gets something started here in the corner.
Why Nago normal does so much chip damage? That's you got to take up Dice K for that one. I don't know. I can't tell you. Oh, that'll do it. Pretty close anyway.
Not enough. DP burst. RC from Marvelo's side switch as well.
Yeah, I think holding on to the burst is pretty good there. Wow, what a block, bro. You're kidding me. Oh, that was wrong, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, it might be the end of the world.
One more chance. He's been given a little bit of grace. Needs to take it a long way.
Oh my goodness, what a break on the tech. FD, have to keep it
Oh, dead. Yeah, not a lot to do. Your opponent has meter, you have no meter, you have to FD everything not to get chipped. Pretty rough. Well played. What's that? This feels like a boss rush. Yeah. Also, I lost all my light. I lost all the sunlight, but it's okay. Hopefully the patch notes will come out so that we can read them tomorrow. They got to be out by tomorrow, right?